Hello, and welcome to this Hellenic American Union presentation focusing on writing an email for the B2 level Michigan Language Assessment examination for the Certificate of Competency in English. In this presentation, we will take a look at the format and specifications for writing an email. We will discuss the preparation needed based on the assessment criteria, and I will share with you some useful tips. The examination for the Certificate of Competency in English, the ECCE, is a standardized 4-skill English test, also known as LOA in Greece, at the upper intermediate level of the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, the CEFR B2. It is a secure exam developed by Michigan Language Assessment and administered by authorized test centers worldwide. Let's first take a look at the format and specifications of the ECCE writing section. In this part of the written test, candidates are asked to choose between two tasks and write, either an email in task 1 or an essay in task 2. Today, we will of course be talking about writing an email. There are several types of emails. There can be expressing an opinion, offering advice, suggesting solutions to a problem, discussing advantages and disadvantages, or recommending someone for something. Now, let us take a look at some frequently asked questions. Are test takers allowed to make an outline? Of course they are. Actually, they can write anything they want in the test booklet, and it is not assessed. They do not need to bring their own paper. Are they writing their response in the test booklet? No. They are given a writing section answer sheet, and anything they write in their test booklet will not be assessed. How many words should they write? Well, actually, counting words might be distracting, and it is certainly unnecessary. That's why Michigan Language Assessment does not suggest a particular number of words for the ECCE writing. They should write about 1 A4 page. Now, what happens if a test taker does not finish his or her response? Well, there are 4 assessment criteria based on which the 2 raters assign their scores. There are several parameters involved in assessment. Not completing the response does not mean that the test taker will fail this section. They may actually get a high score even with an incomplete response. Now, let's take a look at a topic sample, followed by assessment criteria and what each part of the email should contain. Before they start writing, candidates should first make sure they read the topic very carefully so that they cover every aspect in their answer. Let's have a look. Task 1. Email. The principal of a local high school that prepares students for university abroad has announced that all senior students must move to the country they are going to study in at least 2 months before the beginning of the academic term. She feels that this way they will get used to the new reality and feel less homesick when university starts. She wants to hear what senior students think of her decision. Write an email to the principal and say whether you agree or disagree with her decision. Explain your opinion and give reasons to support your ideas. Start your email. Dear Miss Smith. There are 4 criteria assessed by Michigan Language Assessment raters. Writing section answers are assessed by 2 raters independently. Each of whom awards a maximum of 20 points as follows. Up to 5 points for content and development, up to 5 for organization and connection of ideas, up to 5 for linguistic range and control, and up to 5 for communicative effect. When preparing for the writing section of the ECCE, it's good practice for the candidates to ask themselves the questions listed underneath each criterion to sure that their writing meets the standards. Now, let's take a look at what an effective introduction should contain. Again, candidates should check their introduction against the assessment criteria on the right. So, an introduction should contain an opening statement starting with "Dear," the reason for writing the email, a brief description of the situation provided through the task, without copying too much from the task, the test taker's opinion on the matter described, without analysis. Now, what about the main body of an email for the ECCE? It should contain at least 2 body paragraphs, a single controlling idea in each paragraph, and related ideas within the same paragraph. It is also a good idea to start each paragraph with a topic sentence, which prepares the reader for what is coming next in the specific paragraph, and then elaborate, explain, justify, and add an example in order to fully inform the reader, and at the same time show off your writing skills. And last but not least, let's have a look at what an effective conclusion should contain. It should contain a restatement of the test taker's opinion, a summary of the main points without any new information, and a smooth ending, which can be a wish. For further practice and preparation, you may also want to use our practice test books and our skills books to target specific sections of the ECCE test, such as the new Build Up Your Writing Skills for the ECCE. If you have any questions, you can always visit our website at hau.gr or contact us at exams@hau.gr. Thank you for watching, and remember to sign up for our upcoming live webinars for more information and tips on the exams administered by the Hellenic American Union. Thank you, and goodbye.